Well, good afternoon and a very warm welcome to Crowwood. I haven't been here for some time and I thought it would be a lovely opportunity because it has been a really sunny day, although it's clouding over a bit now. It's only fairly early in the afternoon, but it sort of turns into early evening so quickly at the moment, which I always seem to forget. But anyway, it has been really lovely and it's certainly been dry today. I've still got some stuff to do in the garden, which I shall perhaps make another video about later. But I thought I'd just like to bring you with me as I have a quick wander in the woods, and I want to see if I can find some bits and pieces to bring home to decorate the cottage. I haven't really done anything in that line yet. Can't decide whether or not to have a Christmas tree this year. I have all my life, literally since I was born, there will have been a real Christmas tree in the house, and literally every single year of my life, and I may well do that again this year, but part of me doesn't really want to buy a tree. I do buy trees with roots that I can replant. I haven't been very successful with replanting them, and I don't mind at all really having one without roots and then using it in the garden as mulch afterwards. I don't mind doing that either. But to be honest, this year it is as much about the expense as anything else. If I actually have to go and buy a tree, I might do, and I might see if I can find a little bit of tree out in the pine part of the wood here, or I might use some birch twigs, as I've seen people do, they look nice if you put them into some kind of jug and then put decorations on those. I might do that because, as you can see, the birch wood is a really big part of life here, and so I'm sort of happy to do that. But I do love the smell of a Christmas tree, and I'm just not sure that winding the lights around some birch twigs is the same somehow. I don't know, we shall see, but I haven't made my mind up either way yet. But we'll still need some bits and pieces from the woods to decorate with. There's holly with berries. Still, the birds are still not hungry enough to have taken all the berries. In fact, I'm just walking past some now. There, real sight for the midwinter. And there's also lots of long strands of ivy in the woods, and also there'll be pine cones, and of course there will be some bits of pine branches have come down, so I'll have to decide what to do about that, but I probably won't do anything about that today. But anyway, it's so lovely, I thought you might like to come and have a look. Anyway, look at those lovely yellowy leaves over there in the middle, well, in the mid-ground, I suppose you'd call it. Yeah, since I was here last, it's really the evergreens that come to the fore now, the holly in particular, and also the brambles stay green, some of them, like here. In fact, recently I saw some bramble flowers, so it's a bit topsy-turvy. Often you do get anomalies like that, though I don't think it's anything particularly about how things have been this year. So anyway, I shall just keep walking in this part of Crowwood, and I hope you'll just enjoy walking with me for a minute. Oh, another thing I was going to say was that my plan, which has kind of already failed, but I'm not going to let it fail, I'm coming back into it, is I was going to post a video every day for the rest of Advent. And I was starting yesterday, the 6th of December, because in my family it's always been, or was when my children were little, quite a special day. I always used to think of it as the beginning of Advent, and the children, when I just had 2 children before the third one came along and they were very little, we had this tradition that I think I'd read somewhere that I don't even know whether it was somewhere like Holland or Germany or maybe several of the countries, so the northern European countries, they have a tradition where children leave a shoe or clog, if it's Holland maybe, they leave their shoe out on the hearth on the eve of December the 6th, which is St Nicholas Day, and St Nicholas comes and fills their shoe with presents, and he has an assistant who helps him, called Black Peter, and together they go around and fill all the shoes. And so I thought that, as long as the children have been good. This is a really crucial part of the whole exercise. And in fact, in some places, I think, they don't even do the Christmas stockings thing. They just do this thing on December the 6th, which I thought was rather nice. It spreads it all out. And anyway, the children obviously were quite enthusiastic about the idea. And they had slippers. They left a slipper out on the hearth. And they were very small. I seem to remember the slippers in question would have featured Thomas the Tank Engine on the front, or probably My Little Pony, if I know anything. So they were that kind of size, very small slippers. There wasn't really space for very much in them. I think they just used to have one little wrapped present in their slipper. But that was lovely. I didn't do it for very long. I'm sure by the time the third one came along, my younger daughter, I'm sure that we'd finished doing that. But anyway, this date of December the 6th did stick somehow as being special. And we also had a tradition where I made this, had a pine wreath. Well, it was a garland, I think you call it. It wasn't even real pine. It was fake, which not much like me, but it was so. I used to decorate it with real things. I used to put orange slices and apple slices that I dried, and cloves and cinnamon sticks on it to make it smell really nice. It used to go above the wood burning stove so that the warmth would bring out the spices. And I had happened to have these 18 decorations that I'd made, and I can't remember why they were 18. They'd been for something else previously. And so luckily, really, 18 being 3 times 6, there were 3 children, and so they took turns to choose a decoration. There's a basket next to the hearth, and they chose a decoration and chose where to put it on this garland from the 6th of December up until the 24th, Christmas Eve. But it just really conveniently happens that that's how it works, that you would start on St Nicholas Day. So that's why yesterday, which was the 6th of December, is somehow still seems to be indelibly marked as having some kind of significance for me. I don't know if the children will still feel the same about it, but so I thought I would use that as a marker and just post a little something every day. Now, I already failed, I didn't do it yesterday, but this is yesterday's video telling you about it. And look at those beautiful holly berries down here. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? Oh, wonderful. And anyway, so telling you about that is kind of today's video, and I hope you are enjoying seeing the woodland, this early December woodland as well, with lovely carpet of leaves, just a few leaves clinging, just a very few leaves clinging here and there. A sycamore still keeps a few leaves. There's a lovely little holly bending down with its berry. I don't know if you can see it, it's a bit silhouetted. And I'm just coming down to the little stream at the bottom of the woods, so I shall say goodbye. Hope you have a lovely rest of afternoon, and I shall be back soon with another video. And the other thing I'm going to try to do is to, well, as far as I can, alternate between videos which I make at home, showing you what's going on at the old shop and garden, particularly the garden, and out in the wilds here. As far as you can call it wild, but it feels pretty wild when you look across. I'll just go a little tiny bit further just to show you where, because we have actually come to the wildest bit, I'd say, with all this fallen wood and the water standing here with the rushes. Is quite yeah, it's pretty wild looking. So anyway, I shall say goodbye. Hope you are having a good day, and I hope to speak to you again soon. Bye.